My name is Sabrina Cerquera. I'm originally from Miami, Florida. I'm a first-generation student here at Lewis&Clark. I'm studying political science with a minor in environment.
Hi, I'm Anaïs Gurrola, and I'm from the Seattle area in Washington. And I'm also a first-generation college student and at Lewis&ClarkCollege, you can see. And my major is sociology and anthropology. I think it's really easy to forget why I'm here, I really get in this whole spiral. I'm not doing enough, I'm barely doing the minimum. And I was talking to my mom about it. I'm like, Mommy, I feel like I'm only doing the bare minimum. And she's like, Anaïs, if you were doing the bare minimum, you'd be at home and you'd be unemployed. You wouldn't be at school. She was like, and I forget, even just being here is a lot. And I sometimes forget the strength that I have.
You're doing that.
Yeah. And we were talking on the bus that one time about how we need to give ourselves more credit.
We do need to get it.
Because we've done so much.
Yeah. We're so close to graduating.
Yeah, we really are. And it's just we've grown so much, and we may not see it. We have to remind ourselves. It's wild being here.
It's pretty awesome. We are more than just first gen
Yeah.
college students.
I do this a lot because for my mom, for my abuelita, but it's a lot of extra pressure too. So it's just,
I feel like being a first generation student, you have to balance I'm doing this because I'm representing my community, and I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of pressure from your community to be for some people you might be the first POC they ever see. Your representation of your community, so you're I need to be on top of my stuff, my schoolwork, my attitude, how I present myself. I found my own community here, and how that community has come from getting involved with the inclusion and multicultural engagement. So IME, talking to other first gen students, connecting with staff and faculty here to really put myself out there, because I have to build my own network, because I don't have anyone to get me a job. I have to build my own network and start from the bottom up.
Yeah, definitely building a support network is so important. And a support system, back to IME and creating this community that we have is kind of mimicking the community that we had back home to keep us
prospering,
thriving.
I think a big quote that I've always lived by is it takes a village. And it's taken me a village to get here where I am, to move across the country, to be the first in my family to graduate high school, to now be graduating college soon.
Asking for help has also been really helpful for me, that I had to still learn how to do,
Yeah, I feel those were one of the first roadblocks that I had to get over as a first gen student. You're so scared about being a first gen, and all this experience is so new, so you're scared to ask for help, which can in my case not asking for help affect my academics. So I had to get over that roadblock and be actually, you just need to ask for help and be honest with yourself and with the people that you work with and your professors, that hey, I'm struggling in this class because XYZ. They would be really understanding.
That was my first roadblock, asking for help. And my second one was learning to not do everything.
I have to work on campus. Some students don't work. I have to work to support myself and be able to be here, because I'm paying for my own education. And it's really hard to be I'm a full-time student, but also I have bills to pay. I need to work.
That phone bill. Let's say you work 10 hours a week on campus, and people are oh, that's nothing, but that's 10 hours of you not doing homework. That's 10 hours of you sacrificing time that you probably need, or that's 10 hours of you not cooking or not doing your laundry, or that's a good amount of time. We have to work extra hard sometimes.
You have to work extra hard, especially a predominantly white institution.
Yeah, you see a lot of different socioeconomic backgrounds, and definitely different parts of privilege. So I didn't realize people can be that rich, and I didn't realize people could do certain things that I just couldn't, in that sense.
I need to learn to value my academic work time and value the work that's giving me a lot of skills and paying my bills, and also putting time aside for myself, because I need to heal in this process, and I need to take time.
Oh, I need to heal.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people say existence is resistance, and I think just being here, even though we may not, even when we struggle, even when things are hard, we're like, I'm still here.